Welcome to United's Transfer Bonanza!
Woo woo.
We're pretty excited.
Yeah.
We're going to go through all the transfer gossip, we're going to sift through all the BS, and we're just going to give you the TS, which stands for terrific
stuff.
Terrific stuff.
Yeah, if you can hear a weird sort of noise, don't panic, that is your speakers, your computer's broken.
Yeah,
it's definitely not the nearby drilling.
Talking about broken, Louis van Gaal's transfer list. There's no link there at all. I thought there was maybe a link.
Nope.
I've been looking for it. I don't know what he's been doing, but I've been going through Van Gaal's house while he's away. I've had to pay off one of his cleaners. I know I shouldn't be doing it, but I want to find out who's on the transfer list. I'll do anything I can to get in there. Maureen's a good woman, but
we don't even know if this list is a real physical list. I mean, it could just be an email, Ian.
Could be an email.
Yeah. Anyway, the players that are currently doing the rounds in the press that they're claiming are on this list are, in at one, Luke Shaw.
So we're signing Luke Shaw. That's the big news, is it?
Well, we heard we put in a bid of about £27 million, and then we've heard nothing. We don't know if Southampton have said, yeah, that's great. We'll dot the I's, cross the T's after the World Cup, or if they've said, no, he's not for sale, move on. We just don't know. The papers obviously got bored of nothing happening with this story and have moved on and said that now Southampton want Cash and Hernandez for the player. We'll talk more about Hernandez later, as he features in our players leaving category. Sebastian Schweinsteiger.
Is he coming?
I've no idea. The press is saying that maybe
positive.
He's 29, he'd be a great fit. He's exactly the kind of player we need, so I'd really like if he was. But realistically, there's not much there's nothing in this story. It's being reported, but there's no quotes from agents, and even if we can believe them, there's just nothing. There's just, well, him and Guardiola don't always see eye to eye because Schweinsteiger's really good, and Guardiola loves talented midfielders. It's just got too many. There's not a lot in it, really.
He doesn't need all the midfielders he's got.
Yeah, he's greedy.
That's his problem.
Yeah. Konoplyanka is another one. Konoplyanka. Scored that great goal against England. He's young, he's incredibly good. He plays on the left wing, but he can also do a job on the right. And we would love him because we've got useless wingers generally. Liverpool tried to buy him for £16 million. We know that last January they didn't get him because they tried to buy him on deadline day. I don't know why they did that.
He doesn't want to go to Liverpool.
No, nobody does. Nobody does. So, again though, it's just rumour. There's not really anything in this. Another one where there's actually a bit of substance to this story is Matt Hummels.
I had that down as make hummus.
No, that is Matt Hummels, but it's a good note for yourself. Matt Hummels, his dad, who's also his agent, has come out and said, yeah, I've seen that Manchester United, all the speculation, but we've had no contact from LVG or Manchester United. He is, Matt, focused on the World Cup and not thinking about leaving Dortmund at the moment.
At the moment?
Yeah, it wasn't like a massive, do you know what, he loves it at Borussia Dortmund, we're staying here. It was almost like well, you've not actually got in touch yet, come and find out.
Dortmund's crap. How many ship canals are in Dortmund?
Not
How many? Leave your comments below. None.
Other targets, Fabregas. Yeah, I mean, if we can't get the likes of Schweinsteiger, the players that we really want, definitely get. We shouldn't not be in Fabregas, in my opinion, because we have central midfielders that are nowhere near his quality. Even though he's probably a number 10 by trade, he could play a bit deeper, and you could play if Van Gaal plays this sort of 4-3-3, and there's the 3 and the 3. If you've got, say, Van Persie, Jan Rooney as your front 3, as an example, and then your midfield 3. If we look at the Barcelona system, they play Iniesta, and then Xavi, and then Sergio Busquets. There'd be Mata. And over here, you can have Fabregas playing the Xavi role. Still capable of going forward, but a central midfielder. And although he's not spent his life dedicating in a sort of number 8 position, he's trying to be a number 10. I think he could do it. He's got those qualities, certainly more so than Cleverley and Fellaini.
But would he come without the Champions League? That's what I want to know, mate.
Well, I mean, we just can't know, can we? I imagine if we give him more money than the others, I'm sure he will. It's all about the bucks.
Have you ever been to Holland?
Yes, I have. I've been twice. I went to Amsterdam and I felt uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable?
Yeah.
What? Because of what?
It was like
drug use?
It was like a human zoo. There were just women everywhere in windows. It was a bit odd.
Everywhere. If anything, I feel more comfortable when there's a woman in a window. We have been linked to almost every single member of the Dutch national squad. Classy, Martins India, they seem to be the people's favourites at the minute.
People's champion.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? I would like Classy to come, defensive midfielder. Yeah. What we need.
If I'm honest, I don't know enough about him. I don't study the Dutch league. I don't know if he's good enough to play for Manchester United. If you know better, please write it down below. But I don't know enough to comment to say, yes, he's exactly the player we need. All I've seen him do is one great pass that set up an awesome Van Persie goal. but I'm sure he's not
Sounds
doing that
good.
every week. So I don't really know. But it's easy for the press to link us to Dutch players because Van Gaal is their manager, and now he's our manager. And obviously he's working with them every day, and managers like to buy players they've worked with before and players they trust. So it's obvious speculation, but I've no idea if there's anything in it. Like De Vrij, for example, people are now saying, well, De Vrij's going to go Man United, he wants to be final. He says he wants to be final. He's been saying that for ages. But I mean, when Moyes was still in charge, and it looks set that he's going to Lazio, but that's not stopped the British press going, well, he's going to Man United, he's available, he's available, he's available. It's sort of, just look a little bit deeper.
It's the equivalent of people going, we've heard Harry Redknapp wants to sign Jermaine Defoe. It's like, yeah, he always wants to sign Jermaine
It's
Defoe.
just, silly. Any other news?
Sign Jermaine. Frank Lampard has been axed from Chelsea.
Yeah.
Would we sign him? I hope not.
Oh, I really hope not. That'd be horrible, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Imagine people singing Lampard's name.
Wouldn't happen.
Nothing rhymes with Lampard!
Players
That's what I would
leaving. Hernandez, thoughts? Wanting to leave? We don't know if he is leaving, but there's lots of speculation that Hernandez is going to leave. But there is after every season, because he doesn't play that often, does he? And he has had a particularly bad year. It didn't really feature for David Moyes, and when he did, you could see he wasn't happy and his shooting wasn't up to its usual standard.
Well, I think he's great, but if he's not playing, maybe there's no point in being here. We've got a little JW, James Wilson, invented the volleyball. That's a fact. Scored 2 goals in his debut. I'd like to see him play more as opposed to just getting shipped out when Van Gaal comes in. So
I totally get what you're saying, but I think football as a squad game, we can't just have Van Persie and Rooney and then an 18-year-old, 19-year-old. You've got to have a player. I mean, Hernandez has got Champions League experience. He's won trophies. I think I want him around. I think he's quality. And there will be times when we absolutely need him. And as a sub, he's a game changer. Just make him happy. If Van Gaal comes in and makes him happy, he'll be wonderful. You won't get a peep out of him. Moyes couldn't do that because there's a lot of things he couldn't do. And that's basically it, isn't it? Anything else?
Well, no, actually, we've also almost nailed on. We've had an offer accepted for Jonathan McShriefen from AEK Athens.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of him. He's a Swedish player plying his trade in the old Greek league. He scored 4 goals, but he's actually a centre-back. So that's not a bad turnover.
Where did you hear about it?
Just rumours, mate.
Oh, what's his name?
It's not important, but I've received text messages. So that's something. Don't worry, guys. We're signing someone. That's definitely happening. So you can sleep tight knowing that good old Jonathan is coming.